Boy, did we have fun.
Yeah.
And not only that, we went awfully deep, didn't we? Which allows you to have even more fun. Well, believe it or not, we would like to take you into musical meditation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this song, it's a rather new song, and the intention of it is to breathe as much as you can, because, wow, breathing is so important, but how often do we do this? Sometimes we forget to take deep breaths and just breathe in that life force.
So if you are comfortable closing your eyes, go ahead. Just make your body comfortable and breathe. Before the craziness begins, I breathe deep and go within. Here I am, an empty cup. I pray, God, please fill me up. Help me see your grand design. Lead me to a quiet mind. Right now I have all I need. All that's left to do is breathe. Before the craziness begins, I breathe deep and go within. Here I am, an empty cup. I pray, God, please fill me up. Help me see your grand design. Lead me to a quiet mind. One more time, I breathe you in. Before the craziness begins. just take a couple more deep breaths. And when you're ready, open your eyes and come back to us. Hello. So is Niall out there? Was that you, Niall? Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Excellent. My precious grandson, step-in-law. Oh, God, these days things are so confusing. He's my precious boy. So, a few months ago, in December, we were in Atlanta giving a concert for my mentor and our dear friend, Colin Tipping. Is his face? Oh, look at that precious face. And I know many of you know him and know his work, Radical Forgiveness. How many of you know his work, Look at that.
Wow.
It's a beautiful work, Radical Forgiveness. Check it out. So 20 years ago, in my prehistoric era, Colin heard me at Unity North in Atlanta, and he came up to me afterwards and he said, "Your music needs to be in my work." And over the last 20 years, he has shared my music and now our music really all over the world. So the first Radical Forgiveness workshop I attended, I thought I was there to sing and play and be a star. And there were 80 people there doing some very intensive work. So Colin comes up to me and says, "Do you want to do some work, Karen? Is there anybody you need to forgive?" Moi? Well, 30 minutes later, I have the fundamentalist Christians in this chair, and I have the Nashville music business in this chair, and I have a tennis racket, and there are pillows in each chair, and I am whacking the crud out of those pillows. Oh my God, I had no idea. So ultimately, after a lot of shouting and sobbing, miraculously, there came forgiving.
So on our way home from Atlanta back in December, we decided that Colin's life and his work would make a beautiful sermon and song for us. So we asked his permission, and this is what he wrote to us. "I'm honored," he said, "that you would want to talk about me and your musical message, about releasing that which no longer serves. After all, radical forgiveness is all about letting go of our stories, letting go of unforgiveness towards others and towards ourselves. Because by holding on to those things, we set ourselves up for a painful ride." And we just happen to have a song that goes along with that thought.
We do. And ladies, you can start singing along right away when the chorus comes. The rest of you will get it quickly. So we were studying the Buddhist teaching of non-attachment, about letting go of things that no longer serve you, like
it could be toxic relationships, or perhaps a story that's not working for you anymore, Or it could even be a soul-sucking job.
Yeah.
Gotta let it go.
Go ahead, take it away.
Wait, wrong song.
Right.
Woo! I can see the claw marks on your door, holding on for dear life, afraid of what's in store. Whoa, he treats you like a dog, yeah, and you're the tail that's wagged. I got a message for you: let go or be dragged.
Here we go.
Let go. Let go. Let go. Or be.
Wait for this one.
Drag. The monitor's down,
Whoa.
please.
Belly full of hello.
A belly full of worry. A a grip you can't set free. I'd hate to see the spike marks on your EKG. One day you're gonna wake up in a body bag. Oh my, wishing you to listen, let go or be dragged. Let go, let go, let go, or be dragged. It's gonna feel strange. Ooh, that's understood. Just repeat after me. Change is good. Take it, Karen.
You must come on the road with us all the time.
Thinking we're in charge here, it's a bloody curse. We don't have to hand crank the universe. Hands up and surrender, wave your little white flag. Ain't no use resisting, let go or be dragged. Let go.
Sing it.
Let go. Let go. One more time. Let go. Let go. Let go. Or be dragged.
Resistance is futile.
Woo! Yeah,
that's
life's
great.
about having fun.
It is about having fun. And another thing I know that Colin would appreciate is letting go of any rigidity, like of the songs that were supposed to be in this set, because we realized that we didn't share one of our favorite special ones for the ladies this weekend. And so, although I have sung it in this church, we have performed it in this church many times, I always know if there's one person going through an issue like this with their parent or partner or friend, this is a very important song to share. So it's a song about my mother. My mother was the quintessential Jewish mother. I am a nice Jewish girl from El Paso, Texas, which always makes people laugh. That's so funny. And I've been a student of Unity teachings for 30 years, so I call myself a Junity person. My mama was a Leo. Who else? Let's see some Leos in this crowd. Oh, see, I mean, and you know how you are. And that's how she was. She also belonged to Mensa, the Society for Genius IQ people. She was very proud of her smarts. She was an artist. I don't know if you can see this ring. She made this ring. She was a force. She was a force. The last 8 years of her life, wow, it wasn't very much fun. She ended up legally blind from macular degeneration, so no more art, and living in a dementia care unit. And I have to tell you, in spite of these beautiful teachings, which have been, they've proven to me time and time again that there not only does everything happen for a reason, but that there is perfection in everything. But I could not find the perfection in what was happening to my mama. It just seemed so mean. I spent time railing at God, you know. The good news is I didn't stay there too long because I thought about these principles and I said, okay, if there is perfection in this, you got to show it to me. And I was gifted with this song, which really, really, really helped me. And if you're going through an issue like that right now with a loved one, we hope that this song brings you comfort. This is the woman who had all the answers, the one I would lean on for comfort, for strength. She's never forgotten one grandchild's birthday. Now she can't remember my name. And it makes me so angry. I shake my fist and cry out to the heavenly one. Why would you play such a cold-hearted trick? I thought your job was to love. And the answer came down from above. She's gonna fly when her time here is through. First she'll have to let go of some things she can't use. 'Cause people and places, memories and faces are just way too heavy, it seems, to carry on angels' wings. This is the woman who saw things so clearly, the one who could pick out one crumb on the floor. She saw through a white lie, saw me through love's eyes. She hardly can see anymore. And it makes me so sad, and it just isn't fair. Why should so much be taken away? But when I cry out for all that she's lost, I silently hear someone say, she's gonna fly when her time here is through. First she'll have to let go of some things she can't use. 'Cause people and places, memories and faces are just way too heavy, it seems, to carry on angels' wings. And all the wonder she'll see, and I know she'll remember to watch over me. She's gonna fly when her time here is through. First she'll have to let go of some things she can't use. 'Cause people and places, memories and faces are just way too heavy, it seems, to carry on angels' wings. To carry on angels' wings. Love note. If you are going through a difficult time with one of your parents now, if you have become the parent and they the child, If they are not who they were, and you find yourself confused, stressed, and angry, I understand. I know this is not easy. And it's all right. And it's perfect. Breathe, cry, go to a ridiculous movie, take a walk, find a support group, consume moderate amounts of chocolate, and take good care of yourself. My heart is with you. Welcome. Yeah, thank you.
So back in 2008, I was diagnosed with stage 3 rectal cancer, which is a real pain in the arse. And, right from the get-go, the doctors told me, they said, Stowe, there is a high probability that you will have to lose your rectum. And I said, no, I will not lose that important body part. I mean, how else would I be anal retentive? So fast forward 2 years after trying chemo and radiation and almost dying from that, and then all things alternative, I weighed 50 pounds less than I weigh right now. And
scary.
I had been recommended for hospice. And the really sad part for me was that I felt like I was going to die with my music still inside me. Because you see, for way too much of my life, I allowed fear to sabotage my dreams. I was afraid that my voice or my songs or my guitar playing weren't good enough. And really, deep down inside, it just felt like I wasn't good enough. But I learned the hard way that fear is really toxic to our bodies. And my body took all the fear that I put in it and it said, if you're not going to live your life, you're going to lose it. And it took me 2 years of having that cancer and coming this close to the edge of death before I finally got this message that fear doesn't stop you from dying. It stops you from living. And after all is said and done, I find that even without a rectum, you can still be anal retentive. And you know what else I learned?
What?
How it's going to turn out is not for us to know. Life is a mystery. Enjoy the show. I met him on the south side of the Pensacola Pier, a solitary soldier of the sea. He looked to be 100, but his eyes were crystal clear, and when I spoke, I swear he saw inside of me. He said, you're trying to figure out the wherefores and the whys. Isn't life supposed to be a big surprise? And how it's gonna turn out is not for us to know. Life's a mystery. Enjoy the show. Everything will be okay. In the end, my friend, if it's not okay, it's not the end. I took a breath and let it out, and felt a little peace. His wisdom seemed to soothe my troubled soul. And that weight there on my shoulders finally took its lead when I let go of trying to keep control. The old man smiled at me and said it was never in your hands. Don't you think it makes God laugh when we make plans? And how it's gonna turn out is not for us to know. Life's a mystery. Enjoy the show. Everything will be okay. In the end, my friend, if it's not okay, it's not the end. The truth washed over me like some sweet song. Deep down inside, I guess I knew it all along. How it's gonna turn out is not for us to know, no. Life's a mystery, ooh yeah. Enjoy the show, everything will be okay. In the end, my friend, if it's not okay, hey, if it's not okay, it's not the end. No, no. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, yeah.
Well, several years ago, Colin asked me to write a self-forgiveness song because after all is said and done, he determined that's gotta come first, you know. So it's become a big part of radical forgiveness and of our workshops. So as a gift to you this morning, from Colin Tipping and from us, we want to take you on a short self-forgiveness journey. In a moment, we're going to ask you to bring to mind that one thing that perhaps you are still hanging on to and not quite forgiving yourself for. For me, it's always about my daughter Rachel, who I make up that she has had a particularly rough life because I was so focused on my career that possibly I didn't bring her up the best that I could. And then God makes my musical partner a woman who homeschooled her children for 9 years. Thank you so much. So what we want you to do for a moment is just take a deep breath and bring that thing to mind.
So this is a mirror that we use quite often in our workshops. And just invite you to take a look at it and then close your eyes and imagine your face in this mirror. Picture your precious self looking back at you and imagine saying this: "Dear sweet soul, that thing you've been beating yourself up over, please stop. It's time to let it go. It's time to forgive."
So keep your eyes closed, but keep looking at that sweet you in your mind in that mirror, and take these words as your own. I'm working on forgiveness, working really hard, 'cause I've noticed how it lightens up my spirit and my heart. But there's still one soul that I beat up on, shame and blame and heap the crud on. What a painful price that little soul has paid. So face to face and heart to heart, I think it's time to say, forgive you. You've done the best you could. I forgive you. I release you from the shoulds. I accept you as that perfect child of God you're meant to be. I forgive you.
I wonder why it's easier forgiving someone else. Mothers, fathers, children, anybody but myself. Can I learn to love myself completely? The good, the bad, the cool, the geeky, the pieces will be falling into place, till I can look with love upon this face. I forgive you. You've done the best you could. I forgive you. I release you from the shoulds. I accept you as that perfect child of God you're meant to be. I forgive you.
And when I slip into those unforgiving habits from the past, I promise that I'll see you clearly in this looking glass. I forgive you. You've done the best you could. I forgive you. I release you from the shoulds. I accept you as that perfect child of God you're meant to be. I forgive you. Me. I forgive you. Me. Breathe, breathe, breathe. And open up your eyes if you've got them closed. Well, from up here, you're all absolutely beautiful, amazing. I can't believe any of you are beating yourselves up for anything. So stop it, okay? Now, the little love note that I read after my song about my mama comes from my book, and there's a CD back here with that song and a bunch of others. I have always asked Stowe to please share my favorite few pages from her book, her most recent one, because in an instant you will tell why God brought this woman into my life to know what it feels like to have a sister who likes you. And why my husband calls her wife number 2, and why she is an amazing, important part of my family. Is it story time?
Thank you. Yes,
I love you.
Back at you. Well, so it is story time. And so when I got that diagnosis of cancer, and it sounded like, it could be a fatal disease, I did what I think most anyone would do, and that is I put all the focus on my body, because my body seemed broken and it needed healing. But along the way, the most amazing realization came to me, and that was that there was something else in me that was broken and in need of healing. And that was the wounds of my soul. And I got my first glimpse of that when I was down in Florida visiting with a woman who does healing work. And I just want to share an excerpt from a conversation that we had. She said, "Put your glasses on first." That's what she said. She said, "Do you love yourself, Stowe? I mean, really love yourself?" "Yes," I answered too quickly. She studies me. Over the last few months, I've learned that Marilyn is one of those special people who has not only the gift of healing, what some call laying on of hands, but she also has the ability to see beyond the surface, perhaps what's called the gift of knowledge. In other words, she intuitively knows what people are thinking. When I look in her eyes, she smiles, and I have the feeling she is on to me. You know, she says, right now you look just like your daughter, Grace. Oh, thanks. That's quite a compliment. Yeah, she's a special little girl. Again, Marilyn studies me. She leans in closer. You've told me about your past, Stowe, how your mother died when you were young and how your father put you and your brother into foster care. And I know that you were abused emotionally and sexually. I can only imagine that throughout all of that, you must have felt abandoned, unloved. Yes, my voice is barely a whisper. And perhaps as a child, you thought that if the world didn't love you, if your family didn't love you, maybe you didn't deserve to be loved. My jaw tightens and I lower my eyes. The room suddenly feels hot. Am I right? I nod slowly. Okay, Stowe, I want you to do something for me. Close your eyes and imagine a few of the bad things that happened to you as a child. Can you do that? Yes? All right. Now I want you to imagine those things happening to Grace. Oh, I cry out suddenly. No. Tears sting my eyes. This is an unbearable thought. Marilyn reaches out to me, placing her hand on mine. Okay. Now, I want you to see yourself as you see Grace, to picture the beautiful child that you are. Love her like you love Grace.
So we invite you now to picture the beautiful child that you are. Forgive them, love them, and let them know that they matter. Do you know how much you matter? Do you know that you are loved? Do you know you've made a difference in the lives you've touched?
All the times you felt unworthy in the darkness of your soul, and all the lies you told yourself, just let them go, let them go. 'Cause you matter. You matter.
Yeah, breathe that one in too. Oh. So, oddly enough, our precious friend Colin was diagnosed with rectal cancer. And after trying all things alternative, plus some allopathic treatments and letting go of his rectum, he signed up with hospice for the end of his journey. And in May, he wrote this to us.
He said, "My dear friends, I am in the process of a major letting go of my physical body, letting go of this phase of my soul's journey. And because I care about you, I'm inviting you to let go. Let go of the belief that dying is dying. Let go of the belief that there has to be drama and pain and sadness. Let go of the belief that it has to be solemn. It doesn't. Those beliefs will hurt you. I am letting go in peace, gratitude, and excitement for what's to come. And when it's your time, I invite you to do the same."
So thank you, Colin Tipping, our precious, precious friend, for helping us to live our lives as a great adventure. And so it is. Thank you.
Thanks for joining us today. And if you like the message, we invite you to like it, share it, and please subscribe.
We are a New Thought church where lives are transformed. So come on, check us out at unityhills.org.
Namaste.